And we are back with your main man, Jordan Whittington over there. No bucket hat today, no Kango hat today. Just a little backwards hat with a Metallica. What you know about Metallica, Jay Whitt?
I don't really know a lot. I saw it on Fashion Nova and I had to get it. So.
Hey, it is an old school. I know you're old school soul. Yeah. If you like some heavy metal, you'll definitely like them. So, and by the way, guys got to make sure now this thing is sponsored now. This whole Jordan Whittington show is sponsored by obmen.net. Listen, from hair loss to skin treatments that literally regenerate tissue, OB-Men has you covered. Want to lose weight, want to take years off your clock, OB-Men has unique protocols, including peptide therapies, and I hope I said that right, to stimulate growth hormones and turn back the clock. Finally, there is a comprehensive men's clinic just for men. So get on obmen.net. That's obmen.net. Check out your main man, Daryl Camp, and tell him Jordan Whittington sent you. Jay Whitt, all right. So I have a fun question for you, and then I want to definitely get into, because you did mention music. What's the song in your old soul? What were you listening to today? What was the song that put you in the mood, that gave you a good vibe? Did you have something, whether you was riding to the car, taking a shower this morning, on the way home?
What was I listening to? I even put it on my story. I think it's called Mine Again by Mariah Carey.
Okay.
I don't know if you know that. Do you know that?
I don't know. I don't know if I know that Mariah song.
For everybody watching, I need to go listen to it. It's good. Right. It's on the album with like her best song, so everybody sleeps on it. But
yeah, okay, all right. Well, I'll YouTube it as soon as we get off. Okay, I'll let you know if you got good taste or not. So tell me tonight, Jordan. You guys, we're recording this on a Wednesday night. You guys played in front of the fans this evening. What was that like? Because usually all your practices are kind of behind closed doors and they're just personnel there. What was it like, even though it wasn't a full stadium, what was it like to actually have fans out there in front of you?
It was a great experience. You know, it was definitely more electric compared to just the regular practice we've had. You could tell people have more energy just because feeding off the fans. So just seeing a couple hundred fans out there and comparing it to how it's going to be with 100,000, it's just like you get to see a sense of like how electric it's going to be and how much fatigue won't matter.
Yeah. Now, could you hear it at times? Could you hear with the fans like responding to like catches and all that type of stuff? Were you feeling that?
Yeah, you could hear it when you catch a deep ball, and you could hear it actually when the ball's in the air. The noise is going up. Usually, I don't hear it. Like in games, I hear none of that. But I guess in the practice, I could hear like little segments that I usually don't hear in the game.
You know, you guys are less than 3 weeks away. As we record this right now, you're 17 days away from the season opener. Do you allow your mind to even think about, hey, Louisiana's 2.5 weeks from now? Or are you still, from a mental standpoint, just finishing up like training camp before you get into that?
I'd say I'm more on the side of just finishing camp. I haven't really thought about the first game yet, but I mean, obviously we know it's getting closer, but I don't know. I haven't really just took time to think about it or just pay attention to that yet.
Yeah. So from a camp perspective, I mean, tell me, obviously we've heard, things have been going well. And what do you like? What do you like with what you're seeing from your guys? What do you like that the thing that Jordan Whittington says, I like this. This is a positive.
I would say just taking coaching and applying it probably would be the main thing. Just seeing people, if they do make a mistake, the next day fixing that. That's the biggest thing that I've kept my eyes on, and we've been trying to, pay attention to that, because ultimately everybody makes mistakes, but you don't want to make the same one twice. So that's been a big thing that I've been paying attention to, and just the energy is another thing.
Do you feel momentum? Do you feel like, week by week, you guys are getting better?
I feel like a train just doing this and just speeding up until the opener. So that's exactly how it feels.
Okay. So, some of the other things I was, thinking about, and, from the practice perspective, anything else been standing out to you in practice? Any players that you would say like, man, I really like what I'm seeing from, guys, whether it's young guys or whether it's an OG?
I would say Maurice Washington has been doing real good. Josh Moore. Who else? Keilan Robinson has been doing real good. On the defensive side, the whole D line is amazing. Like every single one, from the ones to the twos. And who else? Trying to think who's another guy that's just.
Can I ask you about a guy? Can I ask you about Dejon Harrison?
Yeah.
I mean, because he's in the green, but when I see him out there, he looks quick and he looks like he makes plays.
He's super like twitchy. Like he has all that little twitch, but yeah, he's out there. He's making plays. He has the green jersey on, so he can't do the contact stuff. But yeah, when he gets the chance, he makes it.
What else? The mood in the locker room, right? Right now, as you guys kind of get closer to it, what are you sensing? Like how do you, and maybe that's hard to gauge, but do you sense a certain mood or attitude, that within the locker room?
It feels like people are like coming to work every day. Like people are actually paying attention to their craft, and you can see every week more and more people get committed to the common goal that we have on the team. And I just feel like by the time we get to game time, you'll see that everybody is all going towards the same thing, and like this team is gelled together.
It's interesting. Every coach has different approaches, right? And some coaches come in and when they're a new staff and they want to kick ass and take names, right? It seemed like this staff took a different approach to that. It seemed like there was more just kind of treating you guys like men, trying to have conversations. And there seemed to be like a respect level that you guys were getting. Am I right in that assumption?
Yeah.
And what I believe in is, does that help with the buy-in when you have people communicating to you like that?
Yeah, a big thing we talk about is being consistent over time builds trust. So that's the main thing they've been doing, like just having relationships. When you have a relationship with your coach and it's consistent over time, you're going to trust them. So, and vice versa. So that's, I think that's the main thing compared to having the staff come in and just be a dog to everybody. And that's not how they came in. They came in like men, respected us, and, we respected them. So I don't know, when you have a staff like that, it's relaxing,
Yeah,
you trust them and you listen. So that's the main thing.
And Sark, what is he like? How are you able to communicate with him? Like, is he a guy that's approachable, in practices or outside of that? I mean,
yeah, he's easily approachable. Like I said, just the relationship with him, I trust him. So I just talk to him. I respect him as a coach, but I just talk to him like, what's up? How you doing? Like just like a friend. But I trust him, and he's like super smart. Like when you do make a mistake, he's gonna tell you why. He's gonna show you how it should be and what can happen if you do it the right way. So just having those three things when he corrects you is just another way to build trust.
One of the last things I'll ask you is, how often do you get asked about the quarterback battle? Do you get, outside of the team aspect, do people ask you about this a lot, or is that something that's just fans and media more so than anything else?
Nah, I have like people in my personal family ask me all the time. Like I probably get asked every if not every day, every other day by somebody. Like somebody will randomly call me, text me, hey, who's the quarterback? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't answer this question. Yeah, it's every day, especially in like my requests on Instagram. Yeah. Sometimes I look at them and it's just all type of questions in there.
Is it tough for you because you guys are competitors and you guys want what's best for the team, right? But ultimately, someone has to win or lose that battle in many ways, right? You're beating out guys to be a starter. Is there a part of you that feels like, man, it's going to be tough whoever loses the battle, because they both of them have played so well.
Yeah, they're both playing well, of course. Yeah, but I don't know. In my opinion, well, I mean, as a receiver, you're going to want the best. But since it's so tight, it's like it's hard to choose one. Because I mean, if you had just a guy that's doing really great and one that's not, then you'd obviously lean to the guy that's doing really great. But since it's so close, it's just like whoever's there. Like I don't really look at who's throwing the ball anymore. That's how close they are. Like just get it to me and I'm gonna catch it.
Yeah. All right, man. So last thing, what is Jay Whitt from just a personal standpoint? You got anything outside of football that you're doing that you get a chance to enjoy? Because it seems like, you know, the times I try to talk to you, everything's football, football, football. Do you get to do anything outside of just football?
I watch, well, when I have time, I hang out with my friends. I'll watch movies. I'm always listening to music, but I don't know. Right now, I don't have a lot of free time. But normally, when I do, I'll go to the lake. I'll go ride jet skis or something. I love being outside, so that's the main thing. But as of right now in fall camp, this is kind of what I'm focused on right now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you focus on regenerating, getting some sleep, and so you guys can have a productive rest of your few days. So thank you so much for your time, as always, Jordan. Make sure you guys check out Jordan Whittington. All the videos that he has on this channel, they've all been great. They've all been banging. They all do great numbers. So make sure you check out everything that Jordan Whittington is doing. I know you had a lot of ooh-wees when you have some catches, Jordan. So continue the good work, brother. We'll talk soon.
All right.